Welcome to the Buzzzinoff with Lutonya show. While we wait, don't forget to like, share, and forward the buzz. Click our live notifications right now for more updates on Buzzzinoff with Lutonya TV show.
Industry Buzz with 3Zs.com. Now, bringing integrity back to media. Lutonya M. Lane.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is your girlfriend, your buddy, your pal, Lutonya of LutonyaMLane.com and Industry Buzz with 3Zs.com. We are peeking into the one and only Kendrick's. That's his government name. But Ghetto House music definitely has been, I would say, the texture of all music that has come, and you are a part of it. You are the man with the plan. He already got his I Love Music hat on. He ready, Block Club.
Yeah.
But we're here today, man. We're excited to have you.
Thank you.
I think, you haven't had an interview in when, man?
I'm really not doing them anymore. You came with one of my friends, so I was willing to do this. I'm really not doing interviews anymore. It really don't make logical sense for me right now. So.
Well, I'm honored that you allowed us in your life.
No problem.
And we're definitely going to peek in. You've been in the industry for, over 20 years?
Yep, actually,
Wow.
They're doing a 20-year anniversary album on me right now. They're working on it. I think they're going to release it in maybe like March or April. So 20 years of ghetto house music.
Wow.
And they're going to release the album, what have you. So it's been a good, long 20 years, 20 plus years. So, I can't complain.
Man, we're not complaining because I remember I'd be like, hey, just moving.
Yeah.
Moving to your music. I had posted up that you was going to be on with the Peak in My Life series, and one of our supporters was like, man, I remember the cassette tapes.
Yeah. I think I synced that, then I posted the cassette.
Right.
Like, yeah,
So
it's all
remember
on
the
CD
cassette
now.
tape.
Yeah.
But you have definitely had your hand in a lot of things that has, been the journey of music today.
Right.
How did you even get started with DJing?
My cousin Gino, and get well soon. My cousin Gino had a group and we all grew up in the Robert Taylor homes, and they used to play music in the playground and at these little parties and stuff like that. And I used to look at the response that they got from it with people, and it's like, man, that's kind of dope, And I just asked him one day, like, you should teach me how to do that. And he, of course, he taught me a little bit, and I just went and started buying little pieces that I saw that they had, just practicing in my room on my own. Then at some point I got a chance to do a party of my own. Wow. And I was like, wait a minute, they pay you for this? And I was like, people give you money to spin these around.
Run me my money.
Yeah, so, I, made a couple of dollars. It wasn't a lot of money, but I was like, wait a minute, this ain't all that bad. We just, mix some records a couple of hours and people pay you to do it, But I started getting a real good feeling for it, and learning how to, back in the days, that's what we really had to learn, was how to blend. And once I got the hang of it, it was like, oh man, I got it. And I just, continuously being interested in it. And the mixtape era came on as a blast, and then we did this thing where we color-coded the mixtapes. And people were talking the green one, the blue one, the red one, the orange and stuff like that. And from that point on, I was like, no, this is, I started, it was like, it ain't often people get a chance to see, you know, live their life and find out what they were born to do. That's what I was born to do. You know, that type of music. I'm a whole different person when I'm producing, when I'm DJing, everything. Like, I'm just an entirely different person. And if I can make a living doing it, you know, but
say it's clean, you can get some money out
but I
of it.
love ghetto house music. Like, you know, I really have a passion for it. So when I'm doing it, it's like I got my all into it, making these records.
Now, how did that sound even come about?
Well, I came up under the era of the old school house guys.
Okay.
And the stuff that they were singing about and the beats and stuff that they were making wasn't necessarily defining the lifestyle we were living. So ours, you know, it was cool. The records were cool at that particular time, but we were in the hood, living the hood way. So we just decided, like, why don't we just take some of the slogans from the hood and make our own beats? You know, I remember one of the DJs saying that, one of the DJs back in the day saying that to me. I was like, man, it's kind of slow. And, you know, they ain't really dancing to it like that no more. And, you know, it's like, you know, it ain't raunchy enough, it ain't hood enough. And he was like, well, make your own version, make your own record. And I was,
So they catapulted you
yeah,
into...
you know, so it was like, I would hear certain records and be like, man, they should have did this, or the beat should have went this way. And then, you know, my cousins and them took me around, you know, watching these guys with these MPC 60s, and these are real old MPCs, and I looked and was like, I gotta learn this machine. I gotta learn how to. And my uncle used to always say, well, if you want to learn how to work something, read the book. And he was like, if you want to learn how to work it better than anybody else, read the book. The person that made it is the person that tell you how to operate the machine. And I live by that. You know, I sit and I read and be playing with the machine at the same time. You know, so I'm very into sounds, the technology of it, how this came about, how did you get that sound, how this machine works, and things like. So it's like DJing is what catapulted me into producing. But I actually started liking producing more than DJing. But it's like DJing is a little easier for me because it's like I make my own records, so I get the opportunity. It's like an opportunity of a lifetime to be able to go out. People give you a couple of dollars to play the music, but you actually get to come in and DJ a party and play your own records. Like when I first seen my name on a record, it was like,
and you played all over.
Yeah.
You know, what was your first, you know, your first engagement that just blew your mind?
I got a chance I had always wanted to go to, I had never been to LA, and I had always wanted to go to LA, you know, and see, like, you know, the stars on the floor and all that. And, you know, to be able to go, you know, finally make it to LA and go to LA to play in LA, and it's like, man, they're paying me, they fly me here, they put me up in this beautiful hotel, and I was like,
say, this
wow,
is the life.
yeah, from spinning records, and it was like, whoa, you know what I mean? Like, I don't. Only DJs who travel and spin at these parties will understand what I'm saying. If DJs have never been outside their market, you know, playing for other cities and stuff like that, they don't understand. But if you're a DJ and you've been outside the market DJing, you know what I'm talking about. It's that feeling of going. And I was nervous. My first party, I was nervous. You know, I told the promoter, like, because I looked out. Yeah, I had looked out into the crowd like, bro, like it's like 5 black people out there. And he was like, no, bro, they trust me. And the crazy part, my first gig, I ended up being a co-headliner for the first gig. I didn't even know what headliner was. He was like, you right before the headliner. I was like, you know, I'm young, I'm from the projects. I'm looking at him like, what's that? He was like, you played right before the headliner. And I was like, okay. So I played before the big dude. Like, okay, all right, cool.
Wow, just think if that person wouldn't have invested in you in that moment, you know, do you think your life would have been differently? Not,
actually,
you know, moving forward? I
don't know. I think I would have to really give the credit to my cousin, because if I've never watched him and him taking the time to even get me into the craft of it, I probably would have never pursued it, because, you know, I was into music, but I wasn't into music like that, you know, so I would give all the credit to him because, if he'd have never showed me how to spin on them turntables, it would have never been. I don't think I would ever be, or the career, whatever it is, whatever.
And that's one of the things that I love about you because someone has sold into your life.
Yeah.
You know, we have this thing that I'm inspired to become because you became. So you was able to, go back and instill these same things that you learned. And now you have Block Club University and you're training these young men, and young ladies on how to spin. Did you ever think that would be something that you would even move forward and do? How did it come about with you even doing the university and, training?
Block Club was, I got a cousin named Byron. Everybody called him Bang. And he had this company called Block Club Music Group. And they had this artist, Check Favors, was his name. And at this particular time, all of the DJs that were, maybe we were all Violator Shoot Squad. We were with the Violator DJs. And they had the artist and they were trying to break the artist. And he was like, man, we should get together and do something together, cuz, like you bring your DJs, what have you. And something happened at Violators that we, wasn't comfortable with anymore, and we were just trying to find somewhere else to do something. So we decided to build our own thing, but we didn't know what it was going to be. And after having this conversation with my cousin, it was like, well, we can bring the DJ team over here. We don't know what we're going to name it, but we can break the records with, take this record of your artist and break the record. And I was like, we just called it Block Club DJs. And he was like, that's good, yeah, let's try that. You know what I mean? So that's how Block Club DJs came about. It was just an idea of us coming together, leaving Violators, coming over to do the Block Club DJ thing to break an artist. And the artist ended up stopped rapping. He just stopped rapping.
Wow.
Yeah, but we were already formed, already together. It was like, we just going to keep going. And, I had been to other cities and seen other DJ crews and things like that and noticed that Chicago didn't have a unified DJ crew that was there for artists and to help them put out their music and things like that. So I was adamant about, and then, as I was coming up as a younger DJ, if it really wasn't for my cousin, nobody would have taught me. Like, there was nobody there to, and I didn't know anything about the business coming up, neither did my cousin. So as I'm going and learning the business, people like Traxter, I got a chance to be around him for like 9 to 10 years, and him teaching me the business and things of that nature. So the business side of it is what I ended up learning was the whole key to everything. Like, of course you can own the skills, but if you don't know how to take what you have and incorporate it into the music industry, the music business, you're going to fail. You know what I mean? So he taught me that, him and it was a lot of people. I was fortunate at a younger age to be around these people who had already had major deals, already had been in the industry, already had made certain moves where they had bad deals and knew what bad deals were, and don't do this, don't do that, look out for this, look out for that, teaching me how to read contracts, things of that nature. And so it's like when I'm around these particular DJs, the reason they listen to me and stick with, because I know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, don't do that, or don't sign this. Yeah, it's cool to know how to spin the record, but did you read the book on how this machine works? Things of that nature. So,
and that's one thing that I love about you is, I think that it's a difference, and you just correct me if I'm wrong, between then and now. A lot of the young, people that are going into music now, they're more so into the fame and, into, I want to be seen and one-hit wonders, but they're not in it for the long haul. And with you being in this industry so long, what would you want to say to these young people that are out here? And I know you've had some young people that you've been grooming. What would you want to say, or what does that conversation look like when one of these young men come up to you and say, hey, DJ Slugo, I want to, do music like you?
Well, first thing I would tell them is like, first you got to know that you want to do this. And it's a lot of sacrifice that comes with it. Like, you got to sacrifice sleep. You're going to lose a lot of friends in the process, or quote-unquote supposedly friends. Family members ain't going to understand it. Kids ain't going to understand it because of the resources, the funds. Like, when you decide to do it, it's like a artist where, you don't really have no money. Every little money that you have, you're dumping into what you're doing because
Right.
you see the goal.
Right.
People don't see your vision.
You got the passion.
Yeah,
for
you got,
it.
and you say, no, all you got to do is just give me a couple of years. And people say 2 years, 3 years, and nobody's believing in it until it happens. But what I would tell any DJ, like, first thing is you have to know the craft, understand the craft, be willing to sacrifice all that you have to make sure that this craft elevates to where it is that you want to take it to. But it's like a lot of the industry people know that these people only want fame, and they play on that.
Right.
Like, I'll give you all the, you want to be on your World Star Hip Hop, all that. I give you all the fame. You want to be on Love and Hip Hop, all that. But it's like, what's your out game?
Right.
What did that check look like?
When you got it back.
Yeah, because I be looking at some of them, and some of them people getting, 300,000, 200,000, 50,000, 100,000, per episode, things like that. And you fresh on the block, and they say, well, we're gonna get like 10,000 an episode. You thinking, I take the 10,000, but I'm gonna be on TV. It ain't about me, because anything happens, they write you off as fast as they put you on.
So what would you say to, one of these young cats that's trying to get into the music industry and, duplicate, what you're doing?
That it's not easy. It's not no fly-by-night situation. Like we said earlier in the thing, I got 20 plus years in.
Yeah.
I still ain't got everything I want out of it, but I'm never gonna complain because I'm better off every year than I was the year before. But that's what I would tell them. Like, man, this is not easy. And if you came in thinking it's gonna be easy and thinking you're just gonna, get you some turntables or get you a controller and do everything in 2-3 months or 4 or 5 months, you setting yourself up for failure for sure.
What you think about this equipment that they have nowadays? You got so many other options than how it was. You was coming up, you had to do some real work to get these sounds. Now it's like everything is digital. Everything is,
I always tell people it's a blessing and a curse. It's on my behalf, it's a blessing because I carry the 4-5 crates.
You still got it?
All my crates and stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
So it's like, if you came and you were in my basement, you'll see the walls and walls of records. But at some point back in the days, we had to carry these records in the party.
Wow.
And then, I grew up in the project, so it's like if the elevator was broke.
Right, you got to hit them stairs.
And the party's on the 9th floor. It's like we got to go up 9 flights with the
all of
equipment,
that stuff.
the turntables, the fly cases. And anybody who know what equipment I'm talking about, you talk about the fly cases, the amp rack, the speakers,
Wow.
and all of the crates of records that you got to carry
That's
up there to
serious
DJ
business.
with. So now it has went from that to
Just
a
a drive.
backpack, a controller under your arm, and the speaker system. 9 times out of 10 is already there, whatever place you're going to. So I don't knock technology. It's like if anything that makes it easier to help you perfect your craft, I'm all for it. It's just that I don't want someone who's thinking that he has a controller and any DJ who's a DJ from the past shouldn't allow this to happen. If it's a DJ and he has a controller and his laptop and he walks in and you got 20 years in, he should not be able to really kind of like beat you at your craft. And that's why I continuously every year reinvent myself because I'm not gonna let no 16, 17. And it's I mean, at the end of the day, DJing is a competition, and that's how I grew up. Where it was a competitive nature, and I still have that competitive spirit. Like I'm looking at you, I don't care if you're 13.
It ain't going down.
You get in my way, I'm gonna try to assassinate you whatever way I can. I'm gonna humble you, and then I'll teach you. But at the end of the day, it's one of those.
Shalom.
Sometimes you got to come out your bag and show them like, hey, boy, I'll still get out. But it's like, they youngsters, they hungry, and you got to remember that. I always say, there's a 13-year-old kid in his room practicing saying, I'm gonna beat him. I'm gonna beat him at what he's doing. I need his spot. And I think like that when I'm DJing or when I'm working on tracks and stuff like that, saying, no, you ain't gonna, not this spot. and you can go get that spot over there. You know what I'm saying?
But you ain't got
Yeah,
this
so
right
it's
here.
like, and then, you know, even when and this might be a little selfish of me, even when I teach people some of the things that I know, I'm not going to teach you everything because it's almost like, you know, of course the student always wants to beat the teacher.
Right.
And, you know, as a teacher, you always got to keep a few secret weapons like, oh, I ain't teach you this. And you looking like, you ain't never told me that. Yeah, I know, because you were going to try to use it on me one day.
Right,
You know,
right.
so, you know, that's basically what I would tell the youngsters, only, perfect your craft, and love what you do. If it's I tell my DJs all the time, or people I talk to, if it's a hobby for you, we're on two different playing fields.
Right.
We can't have that conversation. I can't conversate with you about DJing if it's a hobby for you, because it's a lifestyle for me. So if it's a hobby for you, it's a lifestyle for me. There's no way. That's a giraffe and a turtle conversation. Now, I'm a giraffe. I see it from a different level. You a turtle. You can't see what I'm seeing. So we're never going to be on the same
Right.
level.
We can't even have.
And I tell people that all the
time.
time, like, he's a turtle. People be like, what you mean? And it's nothing disrespectful. He's a turtle. He sees things from a certain level. I'm a giraffe. I'm up a little higher. I can see things he can't see. And I'm telling you, that's where the 2 years, 3 year thing coming like, oh, I can see 2 years ahead. He down here saying, he's 6 months. I don't see what you're seeing. Because there's a wall there, and he can't see over that wall. You understand
Now,
what I'm saying?
speaking of seeing over the wall, not only do you DJ, you produce.
Right.
But not only do you produce, I've heard your music everywhere, film.
Yeah.
How did you even get, into filming and doing other things and other ventures? How did your music transition? How did you make that transition?
Well, the first thing I ever landed was a workout video. This guy from over in the UK reached out to me and was like, man, they talk that funny talk. He's like, your music is inspiring and it's energetic and I want to use it. And he did some jujitsu type stuff. And it was like, I want to use it in my workout videos. And I was like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right. And he was like, and I'm going to send you a little, incentive, and then when I sell the DVDs, I'll send you, your portion of it for selling, the music with the DVD. And I was like, oh, okay. Now, I'm young, so I'm like, whatever you send me, I'm thinking a couple of hundred, cool, but I'm excited because this is the UK. I'm saying, all right, but, you can send me like $700, I think. And I was like,
whoa!
Hey, you know what I mean? Like for one record, but it has its up and downs because it's like I tell people all the time, like I'm not rich in finances, but I'm rich in the music and what I do because at any given time I can go and be like, okay, I'm going to focus on this record, and if I wanted to sell off a piece of my catalog to knock stuff out the way I could, but at the end of the day, it's like, if people really know, people who know me and know my past, know what I've been through, be getting locked up a few times, being gone for a while, being able to come back and bounce back, it's like, bruh, like I don't have no complaints, you know what I'm saying? I done been there and back, I done been through it all, so it's like, for me, it's these youngsters, I tell them all the time, like, man, you gotta put in some work, bruh. Like, put in the work. If you put in the work, it'll pay off. I promise you it'll pay off. If you put in real work.
Right.
I
don't be lazy.
Yeah, I done lost a lot of sleep in this. In these 20 years, I may have, I've been in the game over 20 years, I may have 2 years, 3 years worth of good sleep. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
I know the feeling.
Yeah, I'm looking at people like, man, you sleep, next to your boo at 3, 4 in the morning. 3, 4 in the morning, I'm on that computer saying,
right, working.
And then I tell them all the time, I came from an era when there wasn't no computers. Y'all got Instagram, Facebook, Twitter,
right.
all that. Yeah,
y'all everything.
We ain't had none of that. None of, and that's why I look at the artists and the DJs of today and be looking like, man, you ain't know people. I'm a workaholic. I be getting it in. I be looking like, nah, bro.
You don't even know.
I remember walking through the malls, going from one mall, Ford City Mall to Evergreen Plaza. Every mall we were passing our flight. Gotta have conversations with people. Y'all, internet crazy. Then
And
talking
let's
crazy
go.
to each other. Hey, you don't want none of this. You looking like, man, we ain't
Bullying on the internet.
Yeah, we should be looking, no, we finna go on 95th where they at. You know, that type of stuff. So, you know, going out at night, like, and people who come from my era know, 92 through 95, man, we plastered the city with poster boards.
Wow.
About, you know, wasn't no, hey, I got a party going on, posted up on the internet.
What's the craziest thing that has happened, like that you feel, you know, that kind of made you rethink?
The police. Like Chicago police, you know, no disrespect to them, no form of fashion. Like, they make it difficult for you. Like, you know, they used to raid our parties.
Wow.
I remember one time where they still have it now, but we were the people who got poster boards put up on the poles banned. Because we used to go bananas with it. You know, they came up with a law where it's defacing city property. Man, we just trying to tell people our party at. That's
right.
all. They chase us. They catch you put up these poster boards. It was a fine. So we jumping out of vans. You know, yeah, we running like, oh, come here. Bro.
Not today.
Yeah, then, you know, it got to the point where it was certain information you couldn't put on that now because it would lead back to you and they would find you. So, you know, that's why I embraced the internet so heavily. Like, it was like, okay, I can reach people across the world that I wouldn't normally be able to reach, you know. So it's a blessing and a curse because it makes people who don't really put the real work in lazy. Now you can sit in front of your computer all day and just message people. You know, that's where spam came from. You know, you couldn't spam nobody.
I even get my email.
You know, you couldn't spam nobody in the mall when they sitting there eating. You put a flyer down, they be like, excuse me, you know, we eating, you know, so. But it's easy, it's easy for me to, you know, just hit send, and you sitting there eating, say, oh, you just gonna put that in my email? You know, and you don't know who I am, you can't say nothing, you know, so.
And now you have Black Club University.
Yeah.
Now, what's the point of Black Club University? What is the mission and the goal and the purpose?
Well, again, my cousin Byron, we sitting in the studio one day, and we talking about how we want to educate, whatever, blah, blah, and he comes back in my office and says, look, cuz, and he shows me a logo, and it's BCU. He's like, we're going to start Block Club University. So my cousin, Byron, is the one who literally came over to Block Club. It was a logo.
Wow.
And he was just like, man, we just, you know, me and my cousin are daredevils. Like, he'll create, I'll say something to him, or he'll say something to me, and he's creative. So he'll go and create a logo, and we be like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? They just start throwing it on shirts and get the brand and like, yeah. People be looking like, hey, what's that? That's our company. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we doing, and then, you know, and then if you stay adamant and stay at it, people don't understand. Block Club University started out as just a logo of him saying, man, we're going to make this into something.
Wow.
And I'm like, okay.
Wow.
And then it was like, all right, so what's going to be what we going to do with it? Like, what we going to make it stand for? He's like, we just going to teach people the business of music. So he put all that around the logo and everything. I'm like, all right.
Wow.
So we started reaching out to people who knew about music and was like, hey, we're going to put this class together. You come out and speak for us?
Wow.
And it just started, you know, people don't understand.
So
like,
that's how your meet and greet started?
No, the meet and greet started where we had went to, we had went to somebody's event. And it was almost like a meet and greet, but it was for artists from out of town. And we was like, man, it's crazy. Like, where the DJ meet and greet set in Chicago? And there was a couple of DJ crews who I won't mention, but they had came up and had made attempts to do these things. But we was like, they're not doing it on a big scale. Like, man, when we do a meet and greet, we're going to do a meet and greet. When we do one, we're going to go all out. Right. You know, we start writing stuff down that we was going to do and, you know, see if we can get people to get involved with us. And it was just, we did the first year at this club called Adriana's on a Sunday and 3 in the afternoon on a Sunday. And I remember the owners and stuff making reference to like, I can't believe y'all brought hundreds of people out on a Sunday in the afternoon and the evening. We was looking like, yeah, it's crazy. And we said, oh, we're going to keep doing this. And now we at our 20-some days, we'll be at, this is our 6-year anniversary.
Yeah, 2/28.
Yeah.
You have one coming up.
Yeah.
You got, who is that? Jonetta.
Yeah, Jonetta Page. She's So what we do is,
Entertain the attorney.
when we do the meet and greets, we intertwine the university with it now. So our block club university is actually an entertainment panel. People who have been in the industry and people who own their own business, things like that can help people who are trying to get to where they are. And we just put them on the panel and it's question and answer things like. And we tell people all the time, there's no question that's a dumb question.
Right.
If you don't know it, ask it. You know what I'm saying? Don't think nobody in the room going to degrade you or look at you any different. If you don't know, ask. And that's what we got these people on this panel for. It's an educational panel. And I had always said at the meet and greets, I would not do these meet and greets if we can't have people on these panels that can teach these people the business of music. And that's what really makes it work. You know what I'm saying? People are able to come and get education.
They're hungry. They
I mean, the performances, cool. That's you know, the gift bags and all the other smoke screens, that's cool. But at the end of the day, what I'm adamant about is making sure this panel is so dope that people leave and be like, yeah, I learned something. Like, I'm going next year. I don't know who he gonna have on the panel next year. So I'll pick and choose people like, you got something to offer. They need to know that. People need to see this. People need to, you know, understand who you are, what it is. Because it's jewels in Chicago. There's people that do things that people don't know about, and you be looking like, I don't even know she existed.
Right.
And you know, and then Chicago has a very bad habit. This is what I wanted to break, and this is the reason I brought everybody together. This is the whole purpose of the meet and greet. This particular meet and greet is called No Big Eyes, No Little U's. It's like people will come in and be like, hey man, you know, I want to be in the VIP. What? Like
everybody's VIP.
Yeah, like so this particular meet and greet, there is no VIP. Everybody's VIP. Like, what's if me and you are in the same room? What's the difference? I'm in a booth. I'm in a block in another corner, and you can still see me. And if you wanted to get to me, if you really wanted hard enough to get to me, you could.
You can.
You know, I mean, of course you're gonna wrestle with security or whatever, but if you adamant about getting it, you know, if you smart enough, you'll be like, okay, don't distract them. I'm gonna wrestle with security. Y'all get them.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
So I be looking at people like, man, you know, I told my crew, man, skip VIP this year. We're not doing that. We don't want no specialties. It's no big eyes. It's no little U's. Everybody on the same playing field. We're gonna come together and we're gonna mingle. People, we always say, man, you got to get out, you got to network. Well, how can I network with you if you over there secluded in the corner, or we got our little clique over here and we ain't talking to nobody, we standing in the corner, we fold up, we looking at it. Nah, I break the ice when I'm at these meetings all the time, at these meet and greets. It's like, hey, bro, what are you doing? You a rapper, right? Yeah, I'm almost positive it's 2 or 3 producers in this room that you don't know.
Right.
Or is somebody in here, a PR, or a person that does interviews like you. Don't you want to be on somebody's show? That's a way of you to get exposure. Go ask her what she do. Go ask her what it would take for you to get on her show.
Right.
You know, and a lot of people will be, you know, I don't know. It's a lot of people that aren't people, you know, what I say, you're a people person.
They're not social.
Yeah,
They don't
but
have those skills.
when you can't be in the industry and not be
Right,
a social
you gotta
person.
talk.
Because if you don't open your mouth, how am I know who you are or what it is
Close
that you
mouth,
do?
don't get
Yeah,
fed.
it's like, I'm standing in the corner and they say, yeah, this is such from industry buzz. And I'm saying, that's dope. And then
that's
you
it.
say, you know, when I get through talking, you on the panel, you're talking, you say, when I get through, if you want to step to me, get a card from me, figure out what I do. Oh, that's my invite right there.
Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying? But you
right.
got people who will literally sit through the entire 5 hours and not approach you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'll be looking at people like
I'll
that.
sure be like, hey, you got my card? Let me give you my card.
I tell you, I encourage people every time when you come, don't come for the acts. Don't come for the hangout. Come for that educational panel and bring a stack of business cards. Or bring, if you're an artist, bring your CD and make sure everybody in the room get a CD. You might get if you only get 2 fans out of it. That's 2 fans in a whole nother area that you didn't have in the beginning.
That's how I am when I see pennies on the ground. I be like, that's a penny.
I be looking at people.
I be like, thank God for my
That's
increase.
crazy. That's crazy. You
I
do
do
that.
that. I would say, thank
I
God
could
for
be
my
anywhere.
increase.
I'd be walking with people. I'd be like, oh wow.
Right.
Yeah, my people be looking at my guys. Be looking like, bruh. I be like, y'all ain't gonna pick this up.
Right.
Nobody gonna grab these 2 pennies, right?
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, they be tripping. They be laughing. But I be like, man, my piggy bank looking pretty nice these days. You know. So you know, yeah, that's basically what the meet and greets are all about. The meet and greets are about educating people who don't. Because you know, I know some people who in Chicago have signed some horrible contracts. But I'm talking about people who these contracts have ended their careers. Like they so caught up in this contract that they don't even want to record no more. That type of stuff. And I want to do everything.
And they have the talent. They
have,
have,
everything.
They have everything that they need
and
to excel.
Somebody flashed, some grands in their face, and at that particular time, rent was due, car note was due, family was going through all type of things. Somebody had you $50,000. Wow. You hurting. You broke. You ain't got a dime in your pocket. Somebody say, man, just sign this. We're gonna work this out. And then somebody you probably trusted, and they say, man, I'm gonna give you an advance of $50,000. And you looking like, once I sign this piece of paper, I got $50,000 in my hand. Right. You know what I'm saying?
What?
You don't know that you just signed 90% of your catalog.
But you know what? That's one of the things that I, notice about you, that it's not about the money. Like you said, like you turned down, deals because you just like, this is not right.
People have always tried to own the catalog. Like, it's people who I came up with, and I won't mention them. I will never oust my people. But it's people who I done came up with who don't own their masters. Like, come on, bro. You sat in your crib for hours at a time, racked your brain to come up with these ideas for her to own it because she gave you a couple of dollars? Nah, man, no. We can own it together.
Hi, this is Cece Winans, and you're tuned in to Industry Buzz, 3Zs.com.
Don't go anywhere. Lutonya will be right back on Industry Buzz with 3Z's Radio.
Be bold, be fearless, be you, right here on Buzzzinoff with Lutonya. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is your girlfriend, your buddy, your pal, Lutonya of Industry Buzz with 3Zs.com. Connect with us today to find out how you can become a special guest on our show. Go to Industry Buzz with 3Zs.com, click Be Our Guest. We look forward to having you right here on Buzzzinoff with Lutonya.
Hey, what's going on? This comedian BLT.
Hey guys, I'm Oh So True.
Hi, my name is Brandon Reynolds.
It's real Shannon D, and you rocking with Industry Buzz, 3Zs.
With 3Zs. With 3Zs.
Industry Buzz with 3Zs.com.
Make sure you stay locked in to inspiration.
It's like fighting-wise, if you push me, I'm going to go there. But, I don't bully people, none of that goofball shit. But you just don't put your hands on me.
Now, speaking of pushing, you are definitely pushing into the next era.
Oh, yeah.
What do you see happening with you in the next, I'll say, year? Because you're always moving. You're always on the grind. What's next?
Well, right now, the situation I'm working on, and I won't leak it because people always try to plot to me. Fuck this shit up. I'm trying to structure something where I can have my kids work for me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So the thing that I'm working on right now, if it goes the way it will, because it's ordained, but I'm gonna make it go that way. And next year, my goal is to put my daughters on my payroll. And that's, I don't want you working for nobody. I'm gonna teach you how to be an entrepreneur, and you're gonna get a check in the process. So I want to teach, get my daughters to work for me. That's my goal. Leave a legacy for my kids, and that's it. I don't owe nobody else nothing else. Me and my mom already had our conversation. Ma, I done did everything. I made myself, so I done made you proud. People like me, and there's a lot of people don't like me. But I'm somebody. I became something. You know what I'm saying? So I did what you needed me to do. Went to school, got educated, did everything you wanted me to do. We cool. But my kids is who I owe. So, and I know my kids be better with me sometimes. There be things they be wanting, and they be wanting to spend time, but I really want to tell the kids, man, hey, it's hard to spend time and then work and try to get these things that I want to get for you because time just is not there. And it's like, I be feeling bad sometimes and it feel like I'm the worst thing ever. But it be like, how do I fix this? I gotta hurry and make things move. And that's why 2016 was a turning point for me because I don't want to converse. That's why I ain't doing no interviews or nothing. I don't want to conversate with people about nothing that don't equal to a dollar sign where I can help my family. So it's like people be like, hey, can you? Oh, man, I'm just not. I'm old, man. I'm not interested in that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's not, it does, if it benefits me and you and we both can eat from it, then let's do it. But if it's one of those things where you're trying to get me to do something and then you don't want to compensate me to do it, or I tell you what the compensation is and you, what? You asked me to do something. Like, do you want me to just not do it? So, I'm trying to get to, not even get to. My whole thing now is my circle has to be a circle that wants to grow, get money, things of that nature.
Right.
If you
progress.
Yeah, if you are one of those people and you okay with being broke and being messed up, man, you
say this ain't
man,
the connection
get as
for
far
you.
away. I tell people all the time, if you're not trying to be great, and leave a legacy on this earth with your name, make your name worth something, then please just get as far away from me. We can still be cool from a distance, though. Just get as far away from me as possible, because you are a cancer. You understand? Like I'm trying to be successful. If you're not in the successful realm, then you over here with the non-successful people.
I know that's right.
I don't want to be over there. I've been over there. You know what I'm saying? I've been
there, done
yeah,
that.
I've been over there. It's rough over here. I want to get over. I ain't put no 20 years, nothing. I want to at least live.
Milk and honey.
Yeah, let me, can I see the sun a few times? You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of being in this dungeon.
Now, a lot of these kids, they tired of being in the dungeon.
Yeah.
You know, they came up from where you came up, or, you know, they came up from a hard knock life, and, you know, they want to make a connection to someone that is going to push them, and you have done that. You push these young kids.
Right.
It's kids that came up to you, you know, and they didn't have nowhere to go, and you showed them how to DJ, how to make money for themselves.
Right.
How can people connect to you if they're in that type of situation and they want to connect to you to become great? Where can they find you?
Well, really, I mean, it's DJSlugomusic.com. I'm probably one of the most accessible, and a lot of artists will tell you that, like, oh, he talk to you, bro. He give you that knowledge, because my job is for my people is I'll give you the knowledge. What you choose to do with it is your business. And then I'm one of those people, if I tell you to do something, I'll say, hey, no, bro, don't go around there. Don't do it that way. Do it this way, and see if that works for you. And you go and make that move, then I am open to have another conversation with you, because you can come back and have that conversation with me. Man,
Like,
you told me go pick up the carton of milk and get this particular type of cereal. That shit tastes horrible. But I tried. I did exactly what you asked, and I'm saying, all right, well, get the food out of the Try those.
Try something
Yeah,
else.
the frosted flakes without the sugar. I thought you didn't want to be no be a diabetic. So I was trying to get you not with no sugar. But do you like sugar? We're gonna get some frosted flakes.
Right. Get them some options.
Yeah,
Get
keep the
them
same
some
milk though.
right.
But it's one of those things where I'm accessible, but I don't have time for you to waste my time.
Right.
So it's like, if this is what a lot of young and older people don't understand. If I give you information that I've accumulated over the years, or teach you a craft that you can feed your family with it, how do you compensate me for that? You understand what I'm saying? It's okay for me to give you a little knowledge here, a little knowledge there, but when you start getting to the point where I'm having 2-hour conversations with you, 3-hour conversations with you, time is money.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, it takes me, if I got an hour and I'm in my crib, I can make 2-3 beats in an hour, literally, and finished and ready to put out.
Master it done.
So if I spend an hour with you, I just deprive myself of 3 beats that I know that's going to feed my kids even when I'm left this earth. These 3 songs, one of them might break out 10 years after I've already died. My daughters can eat from that.
Right.
But I jag that and spend that hour with you for nothing. I just don't have time for that no more.
So y'all got to connect to him if you ready.
Yeah, you don't even have to be fully prepared. It's like, come with an idea of what you want to do. And then, well, I just don't, I have this, I have that. I don't know how to connect this to, go to the next level. And then I'll give you the insight. Okay, do this, do that, do this. That should do it. And then I expect you to go do that.
I know,
what I'm
that's
saying?
right.
So it's like, if you come back 6 months later, like, yeah, I was going to go do that, but, man, I be looking at guys, and I've had people approach me about promotion, marketing and promotion. Then I look at them, they got on $200 jeans, and they got a shirt on. I'm like, man, that's a polo. That's the new polo shirt. That's about 100, 200. You got on Jordans, that's another 2. Maybe you got your promo campaign on your own. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And then you be like, man, but you know,
Trying to keep up with
I hear him say, oh, man, I don't really got no budget. I'm trying to get somebody to invest in me.
It's all on you.
And that blows me every time. I be like, bro, you got 700 on. You know how many flyers and people you could have got to do a little internet work for you?
$155 or $105 for 5,000
Man,
flyers.
stop it. And I'm going to looking at it like, and you would have paid the graphics person another 50, 60 to design it for you. You still got 500 to, you still could have got the Jordans. Could have got the Jordans in your fly so you could be able to walk in your Jordans to go past other boys.
Right.
But, I be looking at guys like, hey, man, and girls too. Girls, they just as bad. Female R&B singers and stuff like that. I be looking like, come on, baby girl. Like, I'm watching you. You got on, you got a Gucci bag or, Prada, all that. You got red bottom shoes on. I be looking like, how you don't got no budget? I don't understand it. Like, and I know girls who do the unthinkable to get these things. Right. And be like, you don't get niggas fees, somehow they pay for your studio time.
Now, what they expect coming up to, you got, what, it's February the 28th. Is it a cost?
Yeah, it's $10.
Okay.
I mean, it's like the cheapest meet and greet ever.
Okay.
Like this year, what I did was like, I think last year was like $20 and $40 at the door. Mm-hmm. So I was like, look, that's, I'm taking it to a newer place and people have to see this place. Mm-hmm. So I was like, in order for people to see this place and get the education that they want, let's make it super affordable. Let's make it lower than what the clubs charge. Mm-hmm. So I was like, $10 all across the board. Mm-hmm. Everybody paid $10 to get in. So if you can't donate $10 to come and get some education
and learn about your craft.
You're going to eat that. You can go to Burger King right now and get you a 5 for 4. You know what I'm saying? You're going to eat again.
Me and John went to this restaurant yesterday and spent $17 just for, 6 tacos. So, yeah, y'all can afford
$10 and go ahead and get this education on this quote-unquote career that you're trying to push. And you got to understand, you may walk in there and pay $10 and meet the person that you needed to change your life or change your career. Mm-hmm. It ain't got to be me. It could be somebody, it could be you. It could be somebody saying, all I needed to do was be on camera, and somebody put me on camera, and I got on Industry Buzz, and everybody talking about it now. It cost you $10 to meet her.
Right. That's it.
It's like coming to the club.
That's it.
It's like basically, I got you coming in the club, and I'm forcing you to meet everybody in the club. Right. Not to stand over there and drink with your buddies and all that.
And dance on the wall.
Yeah, you pay $10, you meet everybody in the room. Then you got to remember also, the food in this place is phenomenal. Not only the food in this place is phenomenal, and the owner, thank you to the owner of Tailgaters. He is such, like I have. It ain't many people you meet like that have these clubs, own these clubs, and willing to open up. Oh man, he was looking like, man, y'all heard
Where's
about
it gonna be?
It's in Bolingbrook, Illinois. I don't know the exact address. The name of the place is called Tailgaters. It's on Bowden Road, something like Bowden Road. But if you Google Tailgaters in Bolingbrook, you can't miss it. That's why I go.
Or y'all follow him on Facebook as well. You can go to his page on Facebook. He has it up.
They can just go to blockclubdjs.com. BLOKCLUBDJS.com. Blockclubdjs.com. No C in block. And click at the top.
And
it takes you straight to the tickets. So, and then it's a higher price at the door, so you might want to get your tickets in advance. At the day of the event, it's a problem if you ain't got your ticket. You know what I mean?
Well, I just want to say thank you for allowing me to peek into your life. Yes. We got a chance to meet through a mutual friend.
Yeah, Cassandra. Cassandra.
Yeah, Cassandra.
That's my road,
I'm just honored to be able to sit here and talk to you. And, we got so much more to talk about. But what would you like people to know about you at the end of the day as they continue to peek into your life, closing out?
I work hard. People ask me all the time, like, man, what you on? I'm like, man, working hard, staying out the way. And when I tell people that, staying out the way is literally that. Like, all that garbage is going on over there, or garbage is going on, I'm ducking that. I'm out the way. I've been through that, been through the prison system, all that, man. I ain't on that. Like, man, I'm working hard and staying the hell out the way, And I suggest that to everybody. Put in your work, and you see riffraff, man, get out the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, stay out the way. So that's what you want to know about me. Like, I work hard. I work hard, and I work hard enough so I'm to avoid people, me or anybody first of all, and then to avoid having to ask anybody for anything. And that's also one of my flaws. Like, I'm so prideful. I be like, I can be messed up. Like,
I'm good.
Yeah, I'll be like,
you for nothing.
I know Lutonya loaned it to me, but I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? Men got that bad, man, I can't be asking for no $100 nothing to go out here and make a movie.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it'd be like, man, if you want to, I work hard for everything. I tell people that I work hard for everything I have. Everything I have, I've worked for. I ain't got it no illegal way, none of that. I worked for everything that I have, and I treat it as such. Remember, I worked for this. With my bare hands, I worked for this. So I can't just give it.
And can't nobody take that away.
Yeah,
You know,
I tell
can't
people,
nobody take that
I tell
away.
people all the time, you can say what you want to say, but you can't take away the legacy. I put in a lot of work in this city. A lot of work. And then to the point where I can go to other cities and they respect that work. Like, yeah, I know exactly who you are. Like, you know, I just look at people, man, I'm humbled. Like, to be able to go into other cities.
And you know, that's another thing too. Like, you know, that's what I enjoy about meeting people, because I'm not one of those people that I get starstruck, you know, or anything like that. But when I do meet people, like, I meet people based on their heart. So that's what gravitated me towards you, was your heart.
Oh,
and so when, you know, I gravitate towards people because of their heart, and I realize that they're exactly who I thought they were.
Right.
And that's what the case was with you. You're exactly who I thought you were. But it's some people out here, like, they like in it for the, you know, like they just, I'm like, oh my God, do you realize that people appreciate you? And for you to be nasty,
I done been
you
in
know,
some dressing
and
rooms with some
man,
people and
like for real?
yeah, I
For
be looking
real?
at people like, your career's almost on the way out the door. When it comes to bootleggers, I'm okay with that. And I know people gonna trip on that.
But you know what? It's like, I went to see Tank Friday. And he was saying that, you know, buy the CD,
Right.
because that's how they get paid.
Exactly, but here's the thing. The internet changed that. Like, people file share all the time. Now, I as much as I pray and hope that people would literally go and buy
On your
the record.
website.
Yeah, go to my website, go to iTunes. I don't care where you go buy the record, or just buy the record. But I know people, and it's crazy that a lot of them are my people who will just, man, I ain't finna buy that, send me that record. And especially, like, even with DJs, like, if it's certain DJs that'll bring out certain records, like Khaled might do something. I'm a fan of Khaled. You know, I'll go buy the record because he's a DJ, and I respect that. It's not gonna kill me to spend 99 cents to support what it is that the craft or the music thing that I'm in. So it's like, every time I spend $1 on iTunes, I always look at it like I'm supporting my craft. You know what I'm saying? So I'll pick and choose. And artists rarely, you know what I'm saying, if I'm playing your stuff in the club or, you know, doing mixtapes to push your music, I expect you almost to send that to me.
So that takes me to this final question, because
Okay.
we just can't, we just talking. And I'm loving this too. But what would you say about music, the state of music today? What would you say? Knowing music then and, you know, peeking into music now.
I would say music is in the best state.
Even lyrically?
Oh, no. Yeah, I don't. When it comes to R&B and hip hop, I'm gonna hold my composure and not speak on that. Or the state of the music. I would say this about music, including dance music, EDM, or whatever, juke, ghetto house, whatever genre of music it is. I would say music right now, from the way that was maybe 3 years ago when everybody was losing, 3, 4, 5 years ago, and music was almost nobody was really making money. That's why the companies started doing the 360 deals and things like that, because people weren't making money. Them bringing in the streaming and being able to get paid off YouTube and SoundCloud and Spotify, you know, you don't make a lot, but you got to remember, somebody sat down and figured out and said, they're going to bootleg the music anyway. You don't have to do that. For pennies on the dollar, you can listen to everybody's music for $9.99 a month.
Yeah,
Imagine
you
got
commercials.
your own personal radio station for $9.99 and pick an artist. And then we'll figure out how to chop it up between the artists, because y'all gonna rob them anyway. So it was looking like, well, you know, people would go buy one CD and share it throughout the whole household. So you gotta understand, we might have, you know, Best Buy got it on sale for $9.99 when your album first came out. One person in the house of 7 or 8 people
Everybody done went
went and
and
bought
bought
it. They didn't want to buy a little pack of CDs, and everybody done burnt your CD and run on there. You know what I'm saying?
With the-
DJ Slugo
with the
greatest hits.
marker, right?
Yeah, they got the Sharpie. They done Sharpied you up. And everybody in the house. Then you got to remember, they keep the main one.
Right.
Nobody touched that one because
Right.
in case these get scratched up.
Right.
They would just go buy another 7-pack and burn it again. Yeah, so it's like, you don't have to do that because the way the technology has done the cars and things now, you know, you get satellite radio, you get the streaming money, you know. People will take it and turn, you know, like, instead of, you know, nobody really uses CDs a lot no more. You know, people saying CDs going to be extinct, but I don't see it. It's going to take a minute before that's over with. But just being able to get in your car and people be saying, man, log on to my app, and people are taking their phones now.
Right.
You know, you got unlimited data plans.
Yeah.
They plug in their phone.
Plugging it
Yeah,
in.
you turn it in.
What, the aux cord? What is that?
Yeah, the auxiliary cord. You plug it in, and I'm listening to
That's it.
and you plug up Spotify, you got your certain station with your certain artists, all Drake, all Rick Ross, you know what I'm saying, all DJ Slugo. So. But, I mean, you know, when I got on Spotify, I was like, you got to remember, like, I look at this all the time, and I'll let you close out, like, I am a kid from the Robert Taylor home.
Wow.
I'm from the right. This is for all my people who came up in these rough neighborhoods and be acting like, you know, there's certain things. Yeah, I did a lot of stuff I wasn't supposed to do and end up on the wrong side of the law. But at the end of the day, it's not what you do; it's how you bounce back.
Right.
And I tell people that all the time. I had the same rough life you had, bro. I just decided to make a change.
That's
I just
the
decided.
decision.
Yeah, it's like
You decided.
I figured out something in life, said, I know how to do this. So let me do this to the best of my ability and make a couple of dollars doing this, and I don't have to go over here and do nothing illegal.
Right.
So I'll take this little money versus this fast money, because with this fast money, I got to keep looking over my shoulder,
Right.
and I'm worried, or somebody can kick the door in, or police going to shoot me, whatever. Well, over here, I can dance and make people happy, they part. I'm going to go over here.
Yeah,
you know
right.
what I'm saying? So I just look at that and be like, man, like, you know, I tell people all the time, man, like, musically, man, like, that's one of the best choices I ever made in my life. It's like, I'm going to just do music. But I don't just do music, I do music. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do music. Like, when I'm in there and I'm doing production, and a lot of my buddies will tell you, they've been victims of me saying, hey, man, get the hell out of the studio. You're a distraction. Like, you know, like you're doing your craft, and people don't understand the passion you have and what you're doing. Like,
that's how I was.
yeah.
I was like, look, y'all got to be quiet.
Sit still,
Right,
don't move,
right,
because
look.
if you make one gesture, I'm looking over there, and
Right,
that
right,
just threw
right.
my vibe off. And
Right.
it's like, bro, do you know what you just did?
Right.
Or they be in there, hey, Joe, you know, drink. I don't drink, bro. I don't smoke. Go in the other room with that. You know what I'm saying? And I, you know, I lock myself in the studio a lot, especially like when I go out to my buddy Gino and them. They got a studio out, Mobile Studios, one of my favorite places, because it's my quiet zone. I'll go you got, when I'm getting ready to work on bigger records, I'll drive all the way to Missouri.
Wow.
Yeah, my buddies are in Missouri, like Mobile Studios. It's on the border of Quincy and Missouri, and I ride all the way out with them, and they know when I come in the studio, it's like, he can lock himself in the room. But it's my comfort zone. I'm going in and I'm cranking these records out. We can play later. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right now, it's
Yeah,
time to
I'm
go to
going here,
work.
and then I got my buddies
Time
that
to
are Still
work.
Ill and all those guys. I'll be like, hey, bro, you know, Still Ill, Devo, Rush, Gino, just all my guys in the studio, Mobile Studio, because I know they're going to have a fit if I forget them. It's like, I'm like, look, I'm going to go work on these records, then I'm going to take it to the pool. Throw some darts after this, bro. All right, cool. But they know when I'm in my zone,
You in your zone.
let them work. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it makes them work. They be looking, man, he in there. And I'm finna work, Joe. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So, you know, if I want to inspire anybody to do anything, man, if you watch me work, man, follow my lead, man. Work. Because these people ain't going to give it to you for free.
They show
You know what I'm saying? They're going to figure out whatever way they can take it, they're going to try to.
Yeah,
You know
or
what
try
I'm
to
saying?
duplicate it any type of way.
Yeah, I'm going to make it hard for them.
Well, I just want to say there's no duplicating with you,
Oh.
and I'm honored
Yeah.
that you allowed us to peek into your life.
No problem.
Man, we got so much more to talk about, but I want to say thank you to everybody that has been peeking into our lives right here on Industry Buzz with 3Zs.com. Y'all get at your girl, and definitely come out on February the 28th meet and greet, Trailblazers. Y'all can go to Industry Buzz and find out, or LutonyaLane.com and find out where we're going to be. But I'll be there, suited and
She's on
booted.
one panel.
I'll be talking about business versus music. It's going to be quite interesting. Janetta Page. Yeah.
I got Lyrical Eye. She's a former manager for T, former manager for Dirt. She's going to tell you a lot about the industry.
Company.
Yeah, she has this new artist, Raven. I think her name is Raven. Dope. And then you got I got DJ Reese on the panel. Yeah. He's one of the Block Club DJs, real influential in the city. I got DJ Big Rap, and he's the person, one of the main members of Seawall Records, who had the first biggest deal in Chicago ever in the millions. Right. You know, so those people, and you, Lyrical, and Jonetta. Yeah. I got an entertainment lawyer on.
Yeah. So if y'all, it's
so
90%
you don't get robbed.
business.
90% business.
90% business. 10% is the music.
And you'll understand why when you leave there.
Oh yeah, and y'all better not leave inspiration right here, because we're created to inspire on LutonyaLane.com and Industry Buzz. That's with 3Zs.com. Holla at your girl.
You've been listening to Industry Buzz with 3Z's Radio. Tune in next Thursday. If you would like to be a guest on the show, send us an email at connect@industrybuzz.com. And remember, that's Buzz with 3Z. Join us today and bring in integrity back to media, highlighting inspirational news and music. Industry Buzz with 3Zs.com.